The goal of having an event like this is to have a space where we can draw the connections between the different academic disciplines that each of us study as students. We're starting off with what we've entitled the Creativity Jam. That's just open, unstructured space where there's music, there's collaborative art making, there's games being played. From there, we're moving into a more structured presentation on the events of the day, the zeitgeist, so to speak. From there, we are allowing the students to react to what it is that they're experiencing, that they're seeing, and to feed back.
I'm more into trying to feel what I can do on the community level and within myself and what I can create.
That's like as political as it gets.
Yeah.
And then you could ask the questions that really matter, not be stuck in this limited political framework of discussion.
How do we merge the hardcore academic, very scientific reasoning style of thinking with the more emotional, creative, artistic side of thinking? Then we're going to have a musical guest.
Something that's notable about that and important is that we always have interactive arts events. We don't make one piece of art that is then finished. It's always about the process and the activity of expression rather than the main event. And as you can see, right now, all these people are just making the same big painting, which is actually an extension of the same roll of paper that we've been using for 6 months. So on other places of the paper there are tons of other people's expression and everything, and that is just a really clear physical representation of building community and being interconnected and affecting each other and working off of other people's ideas. There's some green over there and you sort of pick that up and reinterpret it into whatever you're drawing or you're making, and that's a huge thing.
Consciousness events can be very intellectual, but they're also about play and about exploring things that aren't really explored in classrooms as much, because their classrooms are sort of a formal space and this is a very informal space, and it's a completely egalitarian, equal space. So even before you even get to what actually gets discussed in classrooms and what doesn't, the form is very different.
We started small, but there's been this ripple effect where I think people are much more open to ideas of having a parallel power structure in community events and within groups.
By the end of this, we're going to come back around and say, okay, practically, pragmatically, where do we fit into society as part of academia? And how is it that we can achieve our own personal goals by collaborating and helping one another? What we've identified is that there isn't an official space within the academic system for that kind of reflection. So we thought, as students, let's provide it for one another.